So you're thinking about studying in China? That's awesome. It's a huge opportunity. But you know that path to getting your acceptance letter? It's actually filled with a bunch of hidden traps. Today, we're going to break down the exact strategy you need to dodge those traps and actually secure your spot.
And look, getting that acceptance letter, it's a big goal, right? And for a really good reason. Before we get into the nitty-gritty strategy, let's quickly talk about why this whole China study dream is so appealing in the first place.
I mean, the appeal is pretty obvious when you lay it all out. You've got these world-class, globally ranked universities. More and more programs are being taught completely in English, which is huge. And the scholarship opportunities, they're everywhere. It's an incredible package for your future. But, and this is the part you really need to hear, here comes the reality check.
Because here's the thing, so many bright students, people who are totally qualified on paper, end up getting rejected. So why? What's going on? Well, it almost always boils down to a few really common, but absolutely critical mistakes they make during the application.
Okay, and if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Rejections almost never happen because a student isn't smart enough or doesn't have good enough grades. The number one reason for failure is just a lack of proper guidance. It's about not knowing how to navigate the very specific, kind of tricky system that Chinese universities use.
So let's break that down. It really comes down to two major hurdles. First up, you've got poor university choice. This means, applying to schools where your grades just don't meet the cutoff or completely ignoring things like nationality quotas. Then the second big one, incorrect documents. And I can't stress this enough, Chinese universities are extremely strict. We're talking one missing stamp, a signature in the wrong place, and your entire application can just get thrown out. Just like that.
And just when you think you've got all that paperwork chaos figured out, there's a new challenge, a brand new academic hurdle that has totally changed the game, especially for anyone applying for an undergraduate degree.
So, what is this new challenge? It's called the CSCA, which stands for the China Scholastic Competence Assessment. Basically, think of it like a standardized test, kind of like the SAT or the ACT if you're familiar with those. But this one is designed for one specific reason, to see if international students are really ready for the tough academic environment at a Chinese university.
And this is the real kicker. It means your high school grades, your GPA, that's not enough on its own anymore. It just isn't. Universities are now looking at this exam score as a major benchmark. So even if you have amazing grades, if you don't have a strong CSCA score to back it up, you are seriously risking rejection.
Okay, so let's put it all together. We've got two very different problems, right? On one hand, you have all those administrative mistakes, the paperwork, choosing the right school. And on the other hand, you have this new academic exam. So it only makes sense that the solution has to be a two-part strategy that takes on both of these challenges at the same time.
And here's exactly how that strategy breaks down. For all those administrative headaches, picking the right universities, getting your documents perfect, you need something like the Study in China Academy, or SICA. For the academic hurdle, that big CSCA exam, you need a dedicated program like the CSCA Prep Academy. See? Two distinct problems, two very targeted solutions.
Okay, so let's dive into part one, tackling those administrative hurdles. This is where SICA comes in. They'll look at your whole profile and match you with universities that are actually a realistic fit. They'll help you come up with a smart scholarship plan. They will go over every single document with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's perfect. And they'll stick with you all the way through the application, tracking, and even the visa process. It's all about making sure you don't make one of those small, costly mistakes.
All right, now for the other half of the equation, the academic side. This is where the CSCA Prep Academy is key. A really solid prep program like this gets you totally ready for the exam. And we're not just talking about reviewing math or science. It's about learning the strategies to solve the problems, taking full-length mock tests so you know what it feels like, and getting real feedback that shows you exactly where you need to improve. This is how you walk in and prove you're ready to handle the academics. So you see, when you combine these two things, the strategic guidance for the paperwork and the targeted prep for the exam, you've suddenly created a really powerful, complete path to getting in. You're not just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best anymore. You're actually building what is basically a bulletproof application.
And the results of this combined approach? They're pretty dramatic. By getting rid of all those little administrative mistakes and proving you're academically ready, your risk of rejection just plummets. At the same time, your chances of getting admitted and getting a scholarship go way, way up. You're literally covering all your bases.
So really, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one simple but really powerful idea. You have two major roadblocks. So you need a two-part solution to systematically knock down both of those barriers that are standing between you and your dream of studying in China.
So, this brings us to the final question, and it's one for you to think about. Are you just focusing on your school grades and hoping that's enough? Or are you ready to build a complete strategy? One that tackles both the tricky paperwork and this crucial new exam? Because honestly, how you answer that question is what will make all the difference.